Chapter 1123 begins with the aftermath of Emmet's attack on the Marines, basically knocking most of them out. But we do see that Seraphim Boa is currently awake. That means nga, at the very least, they were able to withstand Joy Boy's hockey, which means that they're top tier fighters in the One Piece universe. There's also a beautiful battle spread of the Giant's ship moving away from Egghead and announcing that they're going to Elbaf. Finally, we've waited for this moment basically since the beginning, when we found out the existence of giants way back in basically Little Garden. We also see Bonnie sleeping on Kuma's back, and we see Usopp actually being very happy after he got reunited with Dory and Brogy. And we also see Luffy looking like a dried up noodle lying on Nami's lap. It's actually very cute. Now Sanji basically confirms that Stella is dead. Stella is the main big Vegapunk, obviously, so that's really sad. Now it's also revealed that 2 weeks before the entire Egghead arc, Vegapunk, Edison, and Shaka actually already realized that a part of the Mother Flame was stolen. Vegapunk immediately thought it was Lilith because Lilith is the evil part of him. However, 1 week before the incident, it was actually confirmed by Edison that it was York instead of Lilith, the Vegapunk that represents greed, who actually stole a part of the Mother Flame and gave it to the world government. She also actually contacted the world government and told them that the Vegapunk, or Stella in particular, or I think all of the Vegapunks in general, I guess, were researching or looking into the history of the Void Century, which is obviously illegal in the world government. And now, 6 days before the incident, Lelouch was wiped off the map, and Vegapunk immediately realized that this must be because the world government has an ancient weapon and that the Mother Flame was used to fuel this ancient weapon. That means that a stolen part of the Mother Flame was used to destroy Lelouch. Now, I think it was Edison who asked Stella if they should apprehend York for what she did for betraying them. And then I think it was Shaka who actually mentioned nga, oh, I think we should try to escape. Now, Vegapunk mentions that it's basically too late to apprehend York because now that the world government knows nga the Vegapunks are researching the Void Century, all of the marine bases around Egghead are going to be told about the fact that Vegapunk is now a criminal, and that if they see any signs of Vegapunk in the nearby vicinity, he's probably still gonna get caught, right? That means it's basically useless for them to both try to apprehend York and try to escape. And so Stella realizes nga, oh, it's better for me to sacrifice my life to tell the world the truth about the Void Century, or the truth about the world government. Now, I'm not sure if this is supposed to be funny, but Shaka mentions nga what that even means for the Vegapunk. Because obviously, Vegapunk has 6 clones, right? And if even one of them survives, Vegapunk technically still exists because that Vegapunk will have all of the knowledge, all of the memories of the main body of Vegapunks, or basically the accumulated knowledge of all the Vegapunks. So technically, if even one of them survives, that means all of them survive. So that's pretty interesting. Vegapunk also mentions that it is of critical importance that they protect the technology that is used to create island clouds, or the cloud loft technology, because it may be used to save humanity or to preserve the human race in the future. Because obviously, if the world government plans to flood the entire world, maybe at the end, the last bastions of humanity are going to be the island clouds. Now we see Vegapunk actually tinkering with the Iron Giant, trying to hide the broadcast transponder snail, and he throws York off by talking about perfecting the Mother Flame. And even though deep inside Vegapunk doesn't really want the Mother Flame technology to be perfected, because obviously it's going to be used by the world government to use the ancient weapons to flood the world. Now, 2 days before the incident, Vegapunk starts to record the message that will be sent around the world upon his death. Basically, the truths about the Void Century, a few revelations about the world government, and a few revelations about the nature of the One Piece. And that whoever finds the One Piece can dictate the future of the world. Now, prevent any sort of way for any of the other Vegapunks to realize, particularly York to realize nga she's been found out. Vegapunk, Shaka, and Edison, all three of them decide to wipe their memories out of their own accord to ensure the safety of their plans. However, it's very funny because right after the memory wipe, basically Stella wrote a message to himself stating, you should just go die. It's for the greater good, and that the world government knows about your research into the Void Century. So, just sacrifice your life, basically. And we see like a speed-up version of the Egghead incident. We see Vegapunk reacting to Luffy and Bonnie's arrival, to Kizaru and Saturn's arrival, to the Buster Call, to Cypher Fold's arrival, all of the things that happened in Egghead. All of them major incidents, obviously. Now, while Vegapunk is trying to move away or something, or trying to escape, or if I remember, trying to save Bonnie, he tries to convince Sanji to leave him behind because Vegapunk starts to realize that his death will mean something, or that his death will trigger the occurrence of something important, even though he doesn't even know what it is, because obviously his memory has been wiped. The fact that he trusts himself so much, he trusts his past self so much, is very indicative of his character, I guess. But before this happens, Vegapunk says that he wants the Straw Hats to find the One Piece, which is very interesting. Because obviously at the end of Vegapunk's message, he mentions that the individuals find the One Piece are capable of affecting the fate of the world, or the fate of the world is in the hands of those individuals who find the One Piece. And the fact that Vegapunk wants the Straw Hats to find the One Piece is very interesting. Because although I think a part of it is the Straw Hats just being nice, some part of it is also probably the fact that he realized that Luffy is Nika. Luffy is the warrior of liberation. So that must be a pretty good sign, I guess. And now in this final panel spread, we see Luffy and the gang celebrating. However, it's actually hilarious because Luffy is still incapacitated. He still looks like a dried up noodle. It's just very, very funny. So yeah, that ends the chapter, guys. Like and subscribe if you guys want to see more, and I'll see you guys later.